good. He's moving around. He's healthy. I'm always a big believer in, you get cleared, and I went through the same thing, and you're really not right for about a month or two until you stop thinking about it. And he's kind of going through. He's had a couple times where he was squirrely in the pocket. I needed him to get bumped one time and freak out like, oh my God, and then realize, oh my God, I'm fine. And that happened the other day, and he's great. So he's going through the same process. Sully's going through a little different process of learning everything. It's just getting here. But it's been fun to watch him battle through it, and he's looked better every single day out there. If he makes a mistake, he knows he made a mistake. Well, obviously extremely smart. He's experienced. I don't know exactly what they ran to Michigan, but there's definitely some carryover. Not a ton, but there's certain plays where I'll bring up the last plays you call this, and I give him the name. That's exactly what we called it in Michigan. So there's definitely some carryover. I know Coach Gaddis, and I don't know where he picked some of it up, but so he has the luxury of having experience, right? And experience in the quarterback position. We're looking for efficiency, timing, and if you know coverage, being efficient is what he uses. And he's pretty smart at identifying what's coming his way, which allows him. And Sully's done an unbelievable job. He's played a ton of football. So both of those guys, with their knowledge and experience, work in a pocket a little bit, understand the soft spots of it. They both done a really good job.
He's really good.
Okay.
He's really good. He's got a unique skill set because of his size. That's going to be the first thing that people are going to see. But what you don't see is how intelligent he is. What you don't see is how he understands our defense from a cerebral level. To the point where he can turn around and question Jay, are you sure you want to do that? And he's got the respect of everybody on the team and in the room. Those are the things that you don't see. But to be as big as he is, as active as he is, and has played as much football for us, man, it's just you wish you could get a guy like that every year. But what we're going to make the best use out of him with the time we have left. I don't think that's fair to say, because you never know. I mean, I don't read a lot of the stuff the guys write, but every year we go into it, and it seems like from the outside looking in, there's always a question mark or answer that's behind. And guys step up. If we put those guys out in the field, those guys I'm talking about, Will Hubert, Jeff Bowie, Jeremiah Pittman, Luke Gaffney, those guys get on the field, you can rest assured we have confidence in what needs to be done. And then what we need from Wyatt and what we need from Aaron is just continue to do what they have been doing, just do it better. I think the way that our defense is set up, the job that they do is not glorified. People don't talk about it a lot. But when Jay Higgins is making a bunch of tackles, those two guys are doing their job. So that's what I expect from them, to do that, continue to be outstanding leaders like they have been, and help mold the younger group. I think when you look at the departure of Logan Lee, and people talk about the holes and how we fill them defensively, we've been fortunate. Since I've been a part of the defensive line, coaching the defensive line, we've hit the portal twice. For two guys. A lot of stuff gets filled internally, and it's because of the old guys like Wyatt. It's because of the old guys like Aaron and Deontay and Ethan helping create that culture and bring those young guys along, so when their numbers call, they're ready to go.
I think what I did was look at the position, what we're asking the position to do, and then make sure that everything that we're doing within a practice structure, within a meeting structure, is emphasizing that, so that whatever is being asked of them from day one when Tim came in and we put the system in place, what's their job, how do they do it, and then once I teach them how to do it, then they put it on tape and now emphasize the consistency to come with it. And so it wasn't anything specific that I look back on. I more took, this is my role, this is what we're doing, and what are all the details within what we're asking them to do, and then whether it's practice or meetings, everything we do, it's going to be done for a reason, so that they can continue to get better with it. Previous guys, like I said, that I've played with, it's a decent amount of guys that I have a good amount of respect for. Conversations that we'll catch up here and there, and then something might lead to, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What did you do in this situation? And so it was a decent amount of guys.
It is, and Nick was in a place prior to coming here where he was forced into it early, and that allowed him to get out there, and that's not to take away from his ability. He was part of the defense where he made most every tackle, and then he came here, and we kind of got off on a slow foot, when it came to the beginning of the season last year, but he picked up the pace, and then I would have to imagine that he'll continue at that same pace. Jay might have to turn a couple down to let Nick pick them up. Oldest. Somebody does need to do the math there. I think, because we've got a 6-year. I keep kidding Nick that he's a 7-year. Might be because of the receding hairline. But anyway, I think it's got to be. I just, that is where we are just so freaking important, so freaking, fortunate that we just got so much experience coming back. But you've also got to temper that a little bit when it comes to what you're trying to do out here in the preseason.
Roles are different. I think the running back role is pretty much the same in any offense. One, we have to run the football. We have to be able to protect the quarterback, and we have to be able to catch the ball when it's thrown to us. Now, our responsibilities and how we go about that change depending on the offense. But as far as our key ingredients, running, blocking, and catching, that hasn't changed much. So for them, it's really about understanding the offense, where they fit in, where do they need to be, who do I need to block when it comes to pass protection, what type of route do I need to run in this particular play. Those are the little nuances that they haven't learned right now.
Thanks,
Guys are improving. That's what you want to see. But if you're asking about Kamari specifically, he's put on a little bit of weight. To me, everybody that we recruit can run the football. Otherwise we wouldn't recruit them. But what else can you do? So for him, I think he's becoming a solid pass protector, and more importantly, he's able to catch the ball out of the backfield, something he needed to work on, in my opinion, coming out of high school. And I think he's done that. And the more you can be able to be used outside of the backfield, whether it's catching the ball, it makes you more valuable as a football player, and it makes us more effective as an offense. I think, again, it speaks to the culture in the locker room. Those guys really have bonded. They have a brotherhood, a friendship, and when you have that type of chemistry, it's hard to try to walk away from stuff like that. So these guys want to stick it out, play together, and compete. And I think the fact that they're here makes us stronger as a unit, makes us better as a football team.
As far as punt returns, it's Caden Weejan, it's been Zach Lutler, it's been TJ Hall,